Alright.
Okay, aux pump switch to auto. Actually, you know what? It's down here. And Tim's actually already got that. He went to auto. You heard it spool up. Yep. He set the parking brake, so we're set there. And that's when I was able to pull that. Okay, aux pump switches come back off. It is DEEC switches. DEEC switches to auto. That's agent control. Computers there. Fuel standby pump to on. Nav lights switch to the nav position. It is. We'll have that for the APU burn there. Battery voltage, want to check 24 min.
Yes, sir.
25.5 there, looks good. Okay, fire detect system. Press to test the center one, only the center one. All the lights, I got 4 overheats and fires on the ICAS messages. Looks good, release there. Let's raise this, push that button, only that button, just this one, release. That's correct. That's arm my 2 fire bottles. All right. Turned off the fuel shutoff valve to that engine.
Understood.
Good check. We're going to raise that, push that button, only that button. Deselects those.
Good. And
fuel cutoff has reopened. Other side. Looking for the arm lights. Valve in transit closed. Let's push that same one that you just did. Arm lights go out. In transit lights back up. It's a good fire detect system test. ECS selector onto RAM. That's environmental control.
All right. So over onto RAM.
Okay, we're going to do an APU fire test.
All right.
What I want to do is press the test. You're going to hear the horn outside. Other lights. And I just got my APU fire APU exhaust as well as the annunciator. All right. Alrighty, APU fire push button. We're going to press, raise the gate, press that one only. Got an arm light. And deselect it now. Go easy there.
Yeah, I don't want to hit that.
Alrighty, APU master switch on.
Alright, APU master.
Center one
is on.
Okay. Brought the APU fuel shutoff valve open. And looking down here on this, brought up my APU and we're waiting for that to go green. That means it's ready for a good start. So again, the pump is on. That's going to feed pressure, fuel pressure up to the APU. You can see it's coming through here. Going to it.
Gotcha.
Alrighty, you can go for the APU start now.
Alright, APU start right
down here. Press
right down here.
1 potato, 2 potato.
1, 2.
And release.
We got EGT rising, RPM
RPMs, EGTs. Now we sit and wait. Make sure it doesn't do an auto shutdown for some reason. Again, it's computer controlled, so if something's wrong, it's going to shut itself down. But we're going to monitor that, make sure we don't get an APU fire or anything else, you know, for that matter.
Absolutely.
Things we're looking for, stabilized 100%, and the EGT's destabilized. At that point, you'll notice we got an APU ready.
Excellent.
Well, what does that mean? It means it's ready for the generator to go to the on position.
Alright, it is on.
And we're going to verify. We got an amp draw. In other words, we've got something on board that's making power now, so that's recharging our batteries and carrying the electrical load of the aircraft.
Alright.
Alrighty, and continuing on. Okay, avionics master switch on your overhead.
Alright, avionics
left and right. Yep.
And on. Both on.
Okay, cabin utilities right there next to the
both
avionics, both on.
Cabin and galley.
Alrighty. This is the first flight of the item day, but we'll go ahead and check it anyway. We're going to do the indicator lights.
Alright.
Go ahead and press that A and hold it. Checking all our lights on the overhead.
Good.
All the way across the top. Come down the centers. Check your outboard panels.
Looks good.
It's all looks good. Okay, we can release. I'm going to press it again because it's kind of funky sometimes.
Sure, no problem.
Let me hand me that headset and let's see if we're getting audibles over that thing real quick.
Yes, sir.
Press and hold again. Release.
Stall.
There it is.
Engine
now then,
fire.
Press and release one more time.
Engine overheat.
And that'll cancel the
APU fire.
And that's a list of all your audibles that you'll get in an emergency situation. We have channel A and channel B.
Stall.
That's working. VMO, MMO, overspeeds. We're going to test ADC1. Get the clacker. Alright. Release. ADC2, get the clacker. Nice. Standby gyro test. Alright. Backup instruments. You want to see a light as soon as you press it. That's a good test.
Alright, good.
Okay, engine vibe. Anytime those engines start making strange vibrations, it'll give you the indication. You're looking for your 2 bars to come up there to the hammer mark.
Right there.
One thing you notice, whenever we started the APU, See, our APU volts are only at 26.1.
Yes.
Normal is 28 volts.
Okay.
It's in a soft charge mode right now. Soft charge mode right now, so it doesn't want to recharge them too fast too soon. Oh, see, it just jumped up to 27.
27.5.
It's going to come up to 28 after 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes, we're good to go to the APU and the ECS selector. So we're going to start getting some cool air.
All right.
And level air. Just a second. All right, windshield heats. Again, we got electric control heat on this one. So we're going to go low. When you go low, see the amp draw?
Yep.
It's working on your side. Now we have to introduce the volt to it.
Oh.
We're going to introduce the volt.
All right.
And release. Windshield heat failed. It's good. Power off.
Power on.
No.
Power on.
Okay, right side low.
Right side low.
Amp draw. Oh, that's still very low from the other side. It's going to introduce the volt to it.
All right. Same one.
Yep.
And right windshield heat switch. And off.
There you go. Alright, AOA test. Press and release. Okay, what we're going to be seeing here is our AOA indication going through its stall protection.
Stall. Stall.
Alright, that's a good check. Master lights, probably not going to need them, but we can go and turn them on. Somebody was asking about ice detection, so take this checklist. See that little post sticking up there, little glare shield?
Yep.
Hold that right in front of it. See the red light that's on the front there?
I see that.
There you go. That's your ice detection light, so we know that's working.
All right.
So the master light's off. We'll go turn those on.
All right. Master's on.
Emergency lights in the event of a crash.
Right,
G-switch will turn those on, so go ahead and turn them on and look over me. They came on.
All right. And
Now go off, back to arm.
off and arm.
And then arm is
And
center
arm is
position.
center. All right.
And whenever you did that, emergency light switch, gas message just went out.
Good.
Fuel interconnect. I'm going to cycle through that.
So center.
Yep. In transit, open. Flip the switch, get a light. Think of that. That's what it is on this airplane, just like every other. Flip a switch, back to close, get a light.
In transit and off.
Ready. Passenger option selector. Reach across your ear.
Yes, sir.
It's off. Want to leave that off?
All right, off.
Okay. Option supply. Green switch up front. On your pedestal.
Yep.
All the way to the front.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and push that out.
Going on.
Oxygen pressure on board right now, 1850. Very carefully, Drew. I want you to take it back to your passenger oxygen. Go to the auto position, don't go past it.
Auto.
That's all we got. Excellent. Oxygen mask. Instead of reaching over, I'll show you how to do that. I'll just do this quick. Just push it.
Get the.
All that's done is blood the line pressure. So
Okay.
look in there. There's a little red knob in there. Push those at the same time.
Oh, yeah, the red,
Yellow
yellow
cat
card.
eye.
Yeah.
And you got a sustained flow, so you know you weren't just getting residual line pressure at that
Gotcha,
point.
alright.
And we stayed at 1850, so we're looking good there. Okay, anti-skid. Very important on these aircraft. It's on. It's on. Alright. Autopilot yellow damper. Here's the autopilot selection on. Go ahead and push the button. It's engaged. And push down. That's going to disconnect your autopilot yellow damper. And that's kind of the gang guard master. There's other ways to disconnect it, but that's going to be a good enough checklist at this time.
Okay.
Ready? APU or auxiliary power reserve. The on light and the arm lights are both out. So it looks good. Landing gear warning. Gear's down now. Whenever you press that test button, you're going to get the red cast or the red handle message.
Just hold in.
Yep, press it. And you'll get the gear not down light as well.
Gear.
Thrust reverser arm push buttons. Plus selected off.
Both off.
Okay, on the TCAS, going to the R5 button. I'm sorry, L5.
L5. All
There
right.
you go. Now then on R2, punch the test and release. Now your TCAS is going into a TCAS mode. Got the brackets to stay out of, the green box to stay in. Got the four corners of traffic right there.
Decaf system test okay.
Okay, we got a good test, Steve. Okay, we got the tip controller set where we want it. Defog and air conditioning set where we want it. Ditch and dump are right down here. Pressurization mode select is manual. It's in auto, so that's a good thing. Okay, we're going to Savannah, so our landing fill about 50 feet. That's set, so the auto pressurization is going to take care of itself.
All right.
So that bypass is good. Ground air brake switch is in the off position. Refuel button is not selected. Cabin AC master switch. I'm going to go and turn it on so they can get some power back there. Reversionary switching panel. I'm just going to leave it in compressed mode. What that's done is that's taken a little bit of my PFD and put my ICAS up on top of both sides.
All right.
And what that's going to allow you to do is really bring up the charts on your side wherever you want to. Because I can only pull it up on one side if I'm not in compressed mode. Alrighty, flat air brakes are in the retract position. Engine sync is in the off position. Okay, we've got to do a trim configuration warning check here. So, see our trims right here? 1, 2, 3 times. One of them is out of the green band. Not good for takeoff to have your trims out of the green band. Push the button down on the side, holding it while you push the button in, and release the gust lock forward.
Oh, right there.
There you go. There are triggers on the back of these. See they're in cutoff right now.
Yep.
Let's pull the triggers up. Let's raise them up to idle. There you go. Now let's go ahead and push one forward like we're going to take off. And watch your. You should get a config warning. And we in fact
I got the red light,
so we know that it's actually working. Back to idle. Looks good there. Now we got to do a trim check. Guys, the trims on these aircraft are right here. Which probably not like what you guys have.
We got those too.
Yep.
So push forward on it, and while you're doing that, push the pitch trim disconnect.
You get override.
That's put you into the override trim. Same direction, go nose down. Look that it's actually reacting. It is. Release. We've got a third backup as well. Emergency. There. Raise your gate, and then roll forward on that one. Looks good.
And it goes down.
Okay, let's go reset those. Reset those. Now we're going to make sure that the captain's side has control.
Okay.
So I want you to pull yours back. Your trim that is. And as you trim one direction, he's going to trim the other direction. Okay. You see, you still have control there, don't you? So yours is the master flow.
All right.
That's good check there. Alrighty, aileron and rudder trims are in the green.
All right, great.
Emergency gear handle extension. Now you're
Secure.
secure on your side, so looks good. Compass slave DG switches just for indications look good. Alright, we're down to clocks, V speeds. Let's go ahead and do set for the weather, and we'll go there. Do you guys know if Melbourne is digital latest?
No.
It's not digital.
3255.
3255.
Yep.
Awesome. This is everything is basically controlled through the FMSs on these aircraft at this point. So what we want to do is go into the tune page,
Okay.
and then remember scratch pad, drive it up to column 2 wherever you want it up. There you go. On the audio selector panel. On the outboard side.
Yep.
Right now we're listening and broadcasting over column 1.
Yep. So we're going to select column 2.
Yep.
All right.
Now then, let the knob right below the one
Yep.
come up. There you go. Come down to the bottom row, over to the right. See speaker.
Both airman taxi uniforms closed. Remote communications outlet frequency 122.6 is out of service. Use caution, increased bird activity means cities, airport runways. Be for departure, advise ground control direction of flight. Read back, hold short instructions, advise on this contact, it is echo. Airport information echo, METAR 18530, observation 10908, visibility 10, scatter cloud 3200, temperature 26, dew point 19, altimeter 3012. Visual codes landing in departure 199.11.5, approaches being conducted to parallel course runway. Has flood information for Florida Coast Watch available on House Flight Watch flight service frequencies. Both airman taxi uniforms closed. Remote communications outlet frequency 122.6 is out of service. Use caution, increased bird activity means cities, airport runways. Be for departures, advise ground control direction of flight. Read back, hold short instructions, advise on this contact, it is echo.
Okay, keep still speaker. Okay, we got echo, no worries there. All right, great, Drew. On your side.
Yes, sir.
It's called the multifunction knob right here. Push in on that one. It's going to bring up charts on your side. Notice it says no chart available. Well, we got to give it somewhere to go. Because it doesn't have a active flight plane in there yet, it doesn't exactly know where it's going. So I'm going to push the escape button. Again, we don't have a flight plan, so that's not actually going to matter. So let's go flight plan. And let's do KSAV. now it's got a flight plan. I mean, it's pretty basic.
Yeah.
You know, 2 points at the start. Now try that escape button on your side. You know what? Top gray button.
This one?
Yep. Brings your cursor alive. Now do the escape button. There you go. And go ahead and index finger on the underside, the rubber button. Trigger.
Yep.
That's your trigger. Go ahead and pull on that one. There you go.
Awesome.
Now then, anytime you've got the FMS pretty much in your airplane, GPS initialize it, they want to verify you know the exact current pause in it on your side.
Nope, my side.
And these are syncs, so
Which one we got?
R6.
R6. There we go.
Okay. It thinks that it's at 2805.84. I see 2806.2.
Okay.
I see West 8038. West 8038.
All right.
That's probably pretty close. That's from the center of the airport.
So we're going to select it into the scratch pad and then put it into the set pose.
That's all you got to do.
There we go.
And I'd like to do it one more time.
Sure. One more time here.
Yeah. There you go. And we're good to go there.
Excellent.
Okay, let's go to secondary flight plan. Let's go to route menu on L5. Let's go L3 for flight plan recall. On your scratch pad, we're going to enter the recall number of uniform
We got uniform.
2101. Drive that up onto R1. Let's try the other R1.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. And let's send for that one.
All right, send.
That's going to send off to Gary for the actual flight plan that we have filed. Now,
Excellent.
Is that going to be the exact same one that we get declared to?
Probably not.
Yeah, exactly.
If it is, it works out great because I don't have to reprogram anything.
That's right.
All right, let's go to, now we got to get to these speeds and post up all our performance numbers and everything. So let's go to performance.
Okay.
And you can do it on either one. It's
All right, so
3 over from,
perf.
there you go.
There we go.
Okay, we got to do a perf in it.
All right.
Okay, bow weight of this one is 15.4. We're going to have 5 passengers on board, so let's bring 5 into the scratch pad.
All right, you got 5.
Drive that up onto L2. That's got about 150 pounds of cargo.
Okay.
So 150 on the scratch pad. Or L3.
Cargo.
There you go. Now let's do a F220. Let's do a Foxtrot 220.
Foxtrot 220.
Yeah, let's go with 0 instead of an 8.
Oh, that is true. We got it clear,
one
man.
time. There you go. And let's bring that up onto R1. That's going to be flight level 220.
Gotcha.
It just has a performance database, so it's actually going to take that. It's going to look at my default climbs, it's going to look at my default sets, and look at the cruise altitude to pull my fuel flow numbers from there. And it's actually going to give me an arrival fuel going into
Nice.
Savannah.
Nice.
So let's go ahead and execute that. Okay. And calculated fuel 4420, 4440. That's close enough for me. Looks good. Takeoff weight 20,900 pounds. My max gross landing weight shouldn't be a problem after we get the fuel. Actually, it's at 21.7, so we're almost 1,000 pounds below that, so not an issue. Let's go to takeoff mode. You know what? Because I don't know what. Actually, we're going to be departing 19, right? So let's back up.
10,181.
Let's go back to the departure right here.
TB9, right?
Oh yeah. I'm trying to get out of here. Let's go ahead and execute that. I wrote 19, didn't I?
9 right.
There we go. Okay, back to the departure. Actually, you know what? Back to performance. For takeoff. L3. Okay. Now then, the winds today are 090 slant 8. Now there you go.
/8. There we go.
And drive that into R1. Outside air temperature today, 26. There you go. Altimeter is 3012. So let's do this. Actually,
Okay.
you could do that, but however, we still got to set our altimeter on both sides. So
All right.
here's your barrel on your side. Drop that down to 3012.
3012 center.
3012?
This 3012 center, and you can see that automatically brings it over.
Oh,
there for you.
excellent.
Wow, fantastic.
Runway conditions today. We're going to dry one way, wet, standing, water, or slush. No, we're going to be dry, so everything looks good there. Runway slope, not with 10,181 feet. I'm not going to worry about slope.
Yeah, doesn't really matter.
If I were an Aspen, I might put it in there, but
Right.
not going to be a factor there. You can see here it's got 8 knots of headwind, 1 knot of left
Oh,
crosswind.
nice. I like that.
That's awesome.
Let's go to the next page. APR, that's auxiliary power reserve. It is armed, which we'll do before takeoff. offs.
Okay.
Nacelle engine anti-ice, that's off. De-ice is off. Ground air brakes are operational. Next page. Okay, CG percent, not going to worry about that. Takeoff flaps, we're going to be doing 20 today. Our takeoff weight we've looked at. Our BFL today is 4121 out of 10,181 available, so it looks good there.
All right.
What we're going to do is we're going to go and sit in those and watch your PFDs here on your airspeed tape. Just populate what our V speeds for the day are going to be.
That's really nice. I like that.
V2 is a pretty important number, as well as V2 plus 10. Now we're going to set our speed bug